All right, so today we're going to factor ax squared plus bx plus c. This is where a is anything but 1. When it's 1, it's what we learned before, where it's p plus q being your b value and p times q being that c value. Well, now if we have an a here, it's not like you can input an a up front or something. It's not so easy, right? So I'm going to teach you a method in a minute, but just ignore that. Write this down, and now our a value is 2. It's not 1. So we have to figure out what to multiply, right? We have to think what we should put in each category. Like say we do put 2x here and an x here. Well, we know the first term is 2x times x, that is 2x squared. And we know our last term has to be a 3, right? So it's got to be maybe positive 1 times positive 3. But we somehow have to add up to this value too. We can get really tricky. And we could just check, right? Guess and check. That's how I was taught, was guess and check. So 2x times x, that's 2x squared. 2x times 3, that's 6x. 1 times x, that's 1x. And 1 times 3, that's 3. It actually is pretty close. It is. You know, the only problem is our middle value is a positive 7x. So we have to change some things to make that happen. I'm actually going to teach you what I call the asterisk method, and it makes it so much easier than guess and check, although that does work. So make like a big X, and then a big X, and then a line through it, and write asterisk method. On top of that big X, I want you to have the number that is a times c, whatever a times c is, underneath the b value. You're going to only put your a value here and here. And these two spots are numbers that multiply to a times c, whatever this number is, and add to b, whatever that number is. And that's how we're going to create our factored form from this. And it's actually a really cool thing. I love this. It's something I did not know, like I said, as a student. All right, so we're looking at the same equation, 2x squared minus 7x plus 3. I rewrote this here for you, although you should have it. And what we're doing is a times c, so 2 times 3, and that's 6. Our b value is negative 7. And we're plugging into our asterisk method. So a times c, that's up here, that's 6. b is down here, that's negative 7. And my a value, just my a value, is 2, and it goes here and here. So I'm now thinking what multiplies to 6 and adds to negative 7. And I got to think, what multiplies to 6 and adds to negative 7? Well, if it multiplies to negative 6, I could do negative 6 times negative 1. Adds to negative 7. Oh, hey, that works out nicely. So those are my two values, negative 6 and negative 1. And they go on the bottom part, right here and right there. And then I've got 2 over negative 6. Think of it as a fraction. You've got to reduce that fraction. So 2 over negative 6 is 1 over negative 3. And 2 over negative 1, just leave it as it is. So I change this to my factored form. So 1x minus 3 times 2x minus 1, and I'm done. And you can check it, and it does work. All right? Pause the video and try number 2, 4x squared plus 11x minus 3. And then hit play when you're done. So again, I do my a times my c. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. That goes here. And then I do my b value, 11. That goes down here. My a value is 4. I put that there and there. So now I need to figure out what multiplies to negative 12 and adds to 11. So negative 12, it's got to be 1 has to be negative, and adds positive, so it needs to be more positives. 12 and negative 1 is negative 12, and 12 and negative 1 is 11. So those are my numbers, 12 and negative 1. And then I can reduce 4 twelfths to 1/3, and 4 over negative 1 stays the same. So I have 1x plus 3 from here times 4x minus 1 from here. And that's my factored form. Practice more tomorrow.